Today I want to explain how the human mind works when it comes to language learning. Okay, but before I start explaining what I've drawn on the board, I want to tell you that I'm not an expert in language learning. I'm not an expert in neuroscience or whatever field. I'm just someone who is curious, who is interested in language learning, and I love teaching. So I do my own research, but I'm not an expert. Okay. So here is the human mind, and the human mind is divided into two parts. There's a conscious mind, a conscious, and then subconscious mind. Okay, and this conscious is smaller than the subconscious. So the conscious is, these are the characteristics. Okay, the thinking is logical in the conscious mind. It is a short-term memory, and that's where the active vocabulary is stored. So whenever you learn something here, let's say you've read something, the words, the vocab that you learn, it comes into the conscious mind, and then sometimes you can even forget that vocab. So for you to put the things in the subconscious mind, which is characterized by the long-term memory where you do not forget things, like they will be there, their feelings, their emotions, and the passive vocabulary is where it is stored. When I say passive, we explained last time that the active vocabulary is the one that you use when you speak every day, and then the passive is just that you understand when people speak or when you watch something or when you read, but you cannot use it in speaking because it's stored in the subconscious mind. Okay, but it helps you a lot because that's where you understand, and the most part of your vocabulary is where it is stored. Okay, and if you want your vocab to come to the passive, to the subconscious, sorry, you have to use the repetition spatial, okay, which is like reading or doing something every time here and again and again. Okay, you repeat something, then the words will come to the subconscious mind. And then you can use flashcards. Okay, there are some people who learn languages using flashcards. Myself, I don't use that method. You have to spend more time with the language by reading. Change your gadgets into English or whatever the language that you are learning. It helps you a lot. Then you must have a positive mindset. That is very important when you are learning a language. Okay, because if you say, I will never speak English, I will never speak Spanish, for sure you will never speak it fluently, because that's what you believe. The subconscious mind is characterized by also the beliefs. That's where all your beliefs are. Your beliefs will affect the results. Okay, so here, if I believe that I'll be able to speak English very well or Spanish, the actions that I will take will be influenced by the beliefs that I have. So once I tell myself that I will be able to speak, the actions will reflect what I believe. Okay, and then here the results will come. What are the results that I expect to have? I want to be able to speak and write English very well, or Spanish. Okay, so here I've drawn something here. So the words, everything that you learn comes to the subconscious mind, and then here it's a channel kind of. So for you to be able to speak a language, we said you need input first. The input is coming from the subconscious mind. I've just put it here, but it comes from the subconscious mind. So you read and listen. So reading and listening are part of the input. Stephen Krashen talks about this. He talks about input method. Okay, so reading and listening is part of the input, and then for you to be able to speak, so if your input is just a little bit, you will not be able to speak. Okay, you will not be able to understand when someone speaks. So what you need to do is you need to read something that is easier for you to understand. Krashen talks about I+1. What does he mean about I+1? He says the input, you mustn't be able to understand everything in the input. If you want to learn something new, it must be a little bit difficult. So I'm saying maybe you do not understand 15% of what you are reading. Okay, so depending on your level. So here there's the input. Then if your input is more, then you'll be able to produce the output. So your output is speaking and writing. Okay, so this is in general, this is what we say about some people call it the law of attraction. So they say you can use law of attraction in anything that you want to do. Whenever, if you believe that you will not be able to do something, and then your actions, of course, will be lazy, and then the results will also reflect. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. So this is all. Thank you for watching, and thank you for sharing the video with your friends. Thank you for liking and putting your comments on the comment section.